What is good, everyone? Happy Saturday, everyone. It's finally the weekend, boys. And today, yesterday I put out my top 10 receivers. Seems like you guys liked it. So today I'll be putting out my top 10 running backs in the NFL currently. Once again, based off my opinions, so you can't really get mad at me. So, I gotta start off with the honorable mentions. My first one is J.K. Dobbins, Kareem Hunt, James Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, Chris Carson, and Ronald Jones. At the number 10 spot, we have Joe Mixon from the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon, really good running back. He just needs a good O-line to compete with other running backs. You know, he got hurt this year. I think he has sprained ankle or something like that. Bengals O-line sucks. That's how Joe Mixon gets hurt. That's how Joe Burrow gets hurt. You know, it's pretty bad, but Joe Mixon has put up really good stats in the past years and stuff, and he's done, last year did 1,000 yards, and the year before that 1,000 yards, and the year before that I think he got hurt, so he only put up like 600 yards. But yes, Joe Mixon's an elite running back, 10 in my opinion, so that's why I have him at number 10. Number 9, we have Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, you know, he's a really good running back, very fast. You know, he's probably one of the more smarter running backs in the league, you know. Had a good touchdown ratio this year. You know, he got a big contract this offseason. I think it was like 5 years or 4 years, something like that, $60 million. You know, Aaron Jones had 1,000 yards this season, 1,000 yards last season, you know, and I think 1,000 yards the season before that. So I think Aaron Jones is very good. You know, he is probably one of the more smarter running backs in the league. Coming out number 8, I have Zeko Elliott, my boy. Yeah, Zeke, you know, honestly, he fumbled a lot this year. He didn't put up the amazing stats, but he almost got 1,000 rushing yards with the bad O-line, all backups, and even the backups got hurt. So we had to sign practice squad members, go out and find undrafted free agents. Touchdowns weren't that good this year. He fumbled a lot, but I believe he can rebound. You know, the O-line wasn't there. Not his fault, but it was his fault on the fumbling. But if you've seen his workout videos, then you can see why he's going to be good this year. You know, he's going to have his O-line back, and hopefully they can stay healthy, and I think Zeke is going to rebound. Top 10 still in my opinion. Last year we saw he had like 1,500 rushing yards. I know for the past 5 seasons he's had over 1,000 rushing yards, so I think Zeke is still an elite running back. Coming out number 7, I have Jonathan Taylor from the Indianapolis Colts. Now I was going to put Saquon Barkley on this list, but he was hurt, so I couldn't really do anything about that. Jonathan Taylor on the Colts, he had 1,005 rushing yards, I think, this year. Extremely underrated. He is, I don't know what his role is. He's going to be the starting running back in Indianapolis. Now they have Carson Wentz. Very good O-line. You know, they got Eric Fisher, who is pretty decent. Not the best, but decent. And, you know, Eric Fisher, you know, pretty good. So I think Jonathan Taylor can do something there. And, you know, he's very fast and, you know, very smart as well. Coming with the number 6 spot, I have David Montgomery. David Montgomery is in Chicago, if you guys don't know. Starting running back when Tariq Cohen got hurt. Missed the whole season. I think he got like an ACL injury or something like that. And David Montgomery came in. People gave him slander saying he is very bad, but if he's so bad, then how come he finished with over 1,000 rushing yards this season? You know, David Montgomery now has a good quarterback. He had Trubisky, he had Foles. Not really good quarterbacks at all, but David Montgomery has a good O-line, very decent O-line. And David Montgomery is pretty quick if you've seen his highlights. Come with the number. Okay, this is top 5. All right, number 5 I have Nick Chubb from the Cleveland Browns, a freight train of a running back. He is not the fastest running back. He's a power back at most, you know. The Browns didn't, you know, he missed somewhat of a season during he had MCL sprain, something like that. During the Cowboys game, he got hurt. Missed a little bit of the season, you know. Nick Chubb came back, led them to the playoffs, and, you know, we saw it in the Steelers game. In the playoffs, he had an amazing game. I think like 2 touchdowns, but Nick Chubb is a top 5 running back. Now, number 4, people are going to get mad about this one, I can see. I have Alvin Kamara. Yes, Alvin Kamara's top. He's not the best running back. He's not the second best running back. I'm going to tell you why. Alvin Kamara's a receiving back mainly, you know, the Saints use him, and, you know, he's really good receiving back, but he's not a pure running back, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's, when he's running, he's good, but, you know, he's more a receiving back, so, you know, Zeke finished more rushing yards than him this season. I think, like, Zeke had 979, where Alvin Kamara had, like, 939, you know, it's not really a big gap or anything, but it's, Zeke finished more yards with him. I'm not saying Zeke is better. Alvin Kamara is way better than Zeke. But Kamara is a receiving back mainly, so, you know, I think Kamara's top 5, but he's not the best. Our number 3 is Dallin Cook, one of the best running backs in the league. I think he put up like 1,700 yards this season, and, you know, he's probably one of the best, and he's not a receiving back, he's just a pure running back. He is a pure running back. You know, he's elusive, he's quick, he goes through gaps and stuff like that. When the Vikings O-line performs correctly, he performs correctly as well. Coming at the number 2 spot is CMC. He got hurt this year, ankle sprain. I think he had an ankle injury and then he had a shoulder injury. That's why he's holding back from number 1. So CMC, he finished with like 1,000 yards last year in receiving, finished 1,000 yards in rushing. You know, that's pretty good. So I think CMC will, you know, come back next season and do very, very well. You know, he's probably one of the best running backs in the league, if not the best. It's debatable, but once I get to the number 1 spot, you guys probably already know who it is. But CMC, very good. Number 1, I have Frank Gore. You know, he's the best running back in the league, period. You know, Frank Gore is, what he does, I'm joking. Number 1, we have Derrick Henry. King Henry finished with 2,000 rushing yards this year. I don't think it's possible to finish with 2,500 rushing yards, but he will get close in his career. He is, you know, we saw what he did with the, you know, he destroys, like, people on the field, man. Saw with Josh Norman, plowed. Saw against some Lions dude, I forgot his name, but he pushed them away too, and Derrick Henry's just a train, and if you get hit by him, you're gonna realize that, you know, he's really good. Derrick Henry finished with 2,000 rushing yards this season, Offensive Player of the Year. You know, it's just insane, you know. So, you know, Derrick Henry is the best running back in the league. Debatable with CMC or Alvin Kamara, but Derrick Henry, in my opinion, is very good. I'll have this video out probably soon. The next video is probably be top 10 tight ends, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I already have it on the list, so if you hear paper moving or something, yeah, I had written it on paper, and this paper right here is the tight end. So I already wrote it down, but I had to plan when I'm gonna make that video. So peace.